Hi everyone, welcome to the unit number 1 of linear algebra and stochastic processes. Unit number 1 is matrices. The first content of this unit is rank of a matrix. Okay, so very first we'll discuss the definition of a rank of a matrix. So for that, consider a matrix of order m by n, then the positive integer small r is said to be rank of a matrix A if and only if it possesses the following properties. So whenever we have a matrix in front of us which is of order m by n, then the positive integer, that is natural number, some natural number, we denote it by r, small r. Okay, it represents the rank of that matrix, and that number is said to be rank of matrix A if and only if it satisfies the following properties. Okay, so this is like definition of a rank of matrix. So there is first condition, there is at least one minor of order r which is non-zero. Minor, the meaning of minor is determinant. Minor is some determinant of order r. So there, in that matrix there must exist some determinant of order r whose value is non-zero, and along with this another condition it must satisfy: every minor of order greater than r is 0. So and whatever minors that matrix will have of order greater than r, that is of order r plus 1, r plus 2 and so on, all the minors of order greater than r will be 0. If these two conditions satisfied simultaneously for some matrix A of order m by n, then that small number number r will be called as a rank of that matrix. Okay, so for example, if you have a 3 by 3 matrix, means it will have 3 rows and 3 columns. So the maximum order of a minor for that matrix will be 3, means there will exist a maximum order 3 determinant. Okay, and there will exist determinants of order 2 also and determinant of order 1 also for that matrix. Okay, so the different orders of minors will be 1, 2 and 3. So out of that we have to check of which order determinant is non-zero. So starting from 1, if you have a non-zero minor of order 1, that is that single entry of the matrix, if at least one entry is non-zero, then minimum rank will be r. Now if you want to check whether that r is the final rank or not, for that you have to check the higher order minors, minor of order 2, minor of order 3, like that. And if all the minors of order 2 and order 3 are 0, then we'll call that matrix is of rank 1. So you can add here, if you take one matrix 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, we can see that this single entry is non-zero. So minor of order 1 is non-zero. But if you form different orders, different minors of order 2 and 3, you will get all the minors of order 2 and 3 0. You can see that if you consider this minor means determinant. So for that you consider a matrix, submatrix of this matrix of order 2 by considering any combination. So if you consider these 4 entries 1 0 0 0, so this will constitute one minor of order 2, its determinant is 0. And you can see that as I have taken all the 0 entries, all the minors, different minors of order 2 will be 0. And if you calculate determinant, that is the minor of order 3 of this matrix, that will be also equal to 0. And because of this, there exists a minor of order 1 which is non-zero, and all the higher order minors greater than 1 are 0. Hence the rank of this matrix will be 1. In other words, we can define this in this way also: rank of a matrix A is the highest order of its non-vanishing minor. Okay, so whatever the highest order non-vanishing minor will have for that matrix, that order of that minor will be called as the rank of the matrix. So as here we have discussed, there exists highest order minor which is non-zero is order 1. All there is no higher order other than 1 order. There does not exist any higher order minor which is non-zero. Hence 1 is the highest possible order of that minor which is non-zero. Hence that can be called as rank. So this is the same previous definition. Rank of a matrix A is the highest order of its non-vanishing minor. Minor you can simply consider as a determinant. It is determinant of some order. Now notation: rank of matrix A is denoted by row of A. This is the standard notation that we use for denoting rank of a matrix. Now along with this, some properties of rank we are going to discuss. First property, rank of a null matrix is 0. So if you consider 0 matrix of any order, its rank will be 0, because there will not exist any minor which is non-vanishing, means which is non-zero. All the minors of order of any order will get vanish, will become 0 for a null matrix, and hence its rank is 0. And null matrix is the only matrix whose rank is 0. All other non-zero matrix, if at least single entry of matrix is non-zero, that matrix we call as a non-zero matrix. For all such matrices which are non-zero matrices, non-null matrices, their rank is at least 1, which is our next property. For a non-zero matrix A, rank is always greater than or equal to 1. So minimum possibility of rank is 1 for a non-zero matrix. And what do you mean by a non-zero matrix? If at least one entry of that matrix is non-zero, then that matrix will be a non-zero matrix. Third property, non-singular, which is also called as invertible matrix of order n. So if you have in front of us a non-singular matrix or invertible matrix or non-singular matrix means its determinant is non-zero. Okay, so if we have non-singular or invertible matrix of order n, then rank of that matrix has to be n. So means if you have 3 by 3 matrix and if its determinant is 0, determinant 0 means it is a non-singular matrix, then directly we can say that the rank of the matrix is 3, because there for 3 by 3 matrix highest order of minor is 3. Okay, next property, rank of a singular matrix. Okay, singular matrix means determinant is 0. So if determinant comes 0 for some matrix of order n, then its rank is always less than n. It cannot be n in that case. Less than n means it can be n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, that we need to check, but it is always less than n whenever determinant is 0 for a singular matrix, and when determinant is 0 we call it as a singular matrix. Now next property is property number 5, rank of a matrix remains unchanged by elementary transformations. So there are some elementary transformations that we know: elementary row transformation, elementary column transformation. Okay, there are 3 elementary transformations. So when we apply elementary transformations to a matrix, we get a new matrix, and that matrix is equivalent to previously given matrix. Okay, and as they are equivalent, therefore their rank remains unchanged. This is one of the important property. Means whenever you are going to do the calculation for rank, you can reduce that matrix to a simple form by using elementary transformations, and whatever form you'll get, the simplified form of that matrix you'll get, from that also you can determine the rank of a given matrix. Okay, so this is very important property. We can perform elementary transformations also for evaluating the rank of a matrix, because after applying elementary transformations, rank doesn't get changed. Next, property number 6, the rank of the transpose of a matrix is same as that of the original matrix. So even if you take transpose of that matrix, whatever matrix you'll get after transpose, we denote it by a raised to t, A transpose we call it as. The rank of that A transpose and rank of given A matrix A is same. Okay, so this is what the property number 6 is. Rank of A and its transpose is same. Next property, the rank of the product of two matrices cannot exceed rank of either matrix. Okay, means if you take multiplication of two matrices, so A and B, so that multiplication will be again one matrix. The rank of that product matrix cannot exceed the either matrix rank, means it cannot exceed the rank of A as well as rank of B. So for example, if you are having multiplication of two matrices A and B, and you form a matrix A into B, and if you calculate the rank of A and B, A into B, that rank cannot exceed the ranks of A and B. Suppose the rank of A is 2 and rank of A is 3. So maximum value of rank of AB will be 3. It cannot exceed 2 or 3, or we are saying, so it cannot exceed 3. Okay, because if we have considered the rank of A as 2 and rank of A as 3, so it cannot exceed the rank more than 3. We cannot have the rank of A into B as 4. Okay, in such a way you can consider it, this property. Means rank of A into B cannot exceed the rank of either matrix, that is rank matrix A or matrix B's rank. Next, property number 8. If A is a matrix of order m by n, then the rank of A is always less than or equal to minimum of m comma n. So whatever number of rows and columns you have, take minimum of that. and that minimum of rows or column will be the maximum value, maximum possible rank of that matrix. This is what the meaning of this property is. Rank of A always less than equal to minimum of m comma n. For example, if we consider a 2 by 3 matrix, so here the minimum of 2 and 3, minimum of 2 and 3 is 2. So the maximum possible rank for this matrix will be 2. It cannot be 3 in any case, okay, because there will not exist any minor of order 3. There will not exist any determinant of order 3 in that matrix. Because of that, maximum rank can be 2 for this matrix. So these are some properties. Now we are going to discuss about the methods for determining rank. Okay. So these are 4 examples I have written. The first method that we are going to discuss is rank of matrix by determinant method. Determinant method means minor method. Okay, you can call it as a minor method also. And whenever we are determining rank using determinant method, that is nothing but we are making use of the definition of rank. Okay, so there are various methods to determine rank. Out of that, this one is the first, using definition of rank. And next method is using echelon form, and after that next method is normal form, that we are going to discuss in the coming lectures. Okay, so I have written 4 matrices. Out of that, one I will do, and the remaining you try at home. All are 3 by 3 matrices. So by determinant method, consider the first matrix A. It is 1 2 3 3 4 5 4 5 6. So by definition, we know that rank of a matrix is the highest order of its non-vanishing minor. Okay, so in determinant method, what you have to do, whatever highest order of determinant that you can find there, that determinant you need to calculate. So here we have 3 by 3 matrix, so highest order determinant will be 3. So first you will determine the determinant of order, highest order determinant, that is the maximum order of the minor. Calculate its determinant. If it comes non-zero, then directly we can say that the rank is 3, because the highest order of minor is 3 and it is non-vanishing, that is non-zero. So calculate determinant. So if you calculate determinant, it will be 1 into 4 6 are 24 minus 25 minus 2 into 3 6 are 18 minus 20 and plus 3 into 3 5 are 15 minus 16. So after simplification, we'll get here minus 1, here 18 minus 20 minus 2 plus 4, 15 minus 16 minus 3. So it is minus 1 plus 4 minus 3. So it will 0. So determinant is 0. Means order 3 minor is vanished. It has become 0. It is not non-vanishing. Okay. Now after this, we need to check the least order. Okay. So order 3 is 0. So we check for order 2 minus. So there are how many possible minors of order 2? This is 1 minor, this is 1 minor, this is 1 minor of order 2, this is another one. There are total 9 possibilities you are having. Means there are total 9 minors we are having in this determinant of order 2. So out of that, you consider any one. So if you consider this 4 5 5 6, consider 4 5 5 6. This is 1 minor of order 2. Its determinant is equal to 6 4 24 minus 5 5s are 25 equal to minus 1, and this is non-zero. So there exists a minor of order 2 which is non-zero, and all minors of order greater than 2, that is order 3, are 0. Hence we can conclude from this that rank of this matrix is 3. This implies rank of A is 2. Why? Because we have obtained there one minor of order 2 which is non-zero, and all the minors of order greater than 2, that is of order 3, is 0. And so by definition, you can say that rank of A is 2. So in this way, we have to check. First, you check for the highest order of that minor. For this matrix, it is 3. So if it is non-zero, then directly you can say that rank is 3. But if it is a 0, then you have to check for the lower orders. So if order 3 is 0, then check for the lower order, which is 2. And for order 2, there are different possibilities. If this comes 0, then you have to check for the other minor of order 2. All 9 combinations you have to check. Okay, out of that, if you find any one is non-zero, then you can say that its rank is 2. In similar way, you can check for the other matrices. These 3 matrices you check. First, you calculate determinant. If determinant is non-zero, say rank is 3. If it is 0, check for order 2 minus and proceed accordingly. Try to complete the example number 2, 3, 4. And if you need any kind of help, you can write in comment box. So that's it from this lecture. Now in coming lecture, we are going to start the next methods of determining rank. Thank you.